Ale Idocs. Ale Idocs. So Ale stands for Application Link Enabling. Application Link Enabling. Idoc means intermediate document. Okay, what is this application link enabling? What is this intermediate document? What is the story behind this? So whenever you want to transfer the data, we can make use of idocs. Idocs are data containers. Idocs are nothing but data containers. It's a kind of container where you can put your business data such as your sales order, purchase order, so on. Any sort of data you can put inside a idoc. Idoc is just a data container, but it's not a process. So, for example, assume you put a data inside the container, but the container doesn't know where to start and where to go. That means where you want to send, where you want to receive the data, that this container doesn't know. So those details we will provide in ALE. ALE is a process. It's a technology basically through which we can transfer the idocs. So ALE is a technology through which we can transfer idoc. There is one more technology is also there. You could have already heard about EDI, electronic data interchange. So that is also another interface, whereas ALE is application link enabling mostly talk about the data transfer in between SAP to SAP. When you are transferring the data from non-SAP to SAP, the EDIs are coming into the picture. Through idocs, when you are transferring the data from non-SAP to SAP, EDI is coming into the picture. But when you are transferring the data within SAP through idocs, the ALEs are coming into the picture. So you are transferring the data basically. So when you are transferring the data, obviously there will be a sender, there will be a receiver, right? So our ALE idoc is acting as an interface. Again, this is an interface between the two servers or between the two clients, from where we are sending the data and from where we are receiving the data. So those are the two systems. In between these two systems, our ALE idoc will act as an interface. So we have some more interfaces like BDCs, BAPIs. ALE is one of the beautiful interface where message handling was very good. So at each and every step, when the data is transferring, there will be a message at what stage the data transfer is. The tracking is very good. Whereas in BDCs and all, you can't track the messages in such a good way. So it's a good way of transferring the data, one of the good way of transferring the data, ALE idoc. So ALE stands for application link enabling and idoc stands for intermediate document. Now let us explore what are all the steps we need to do it to send some data from one server to another server or one client to another client. The steps are same. When you have a connection, that means first step is, so steps, configuration steps we will learn here. What are all the steps to transfer the data from one server to another server or one client to another client? First one is define logical system. Define logical system. What is a logical system? Naming a system in a given environment uniquely is called logical system. For example, in your office, take In your office, there may be 1,000 computers. There may be so many computers. Those may be connected to different servers. So I want to make a unique name. I want to give a unique name to a particular system in that environment, so that I can come to know from which system I am sending the data. So that is what called defining a logical system. Otherwise, on the receiving side also, I will be naming uniquely a particular system. For example, I am sending a data from Bangalore to Mumbai. So in Bangalore, I have one particular system, one computer, which is connected to one server. So that system and server and client combination, I will give a unique name to that. That name is called logical system. So that unique name, both sending side and both receiving sides, I have to provide. So that is what defining a logical system. So we will also parallelly have some diagrammatic representation, so that you can understand in a better way. So assume I have two different systems. I'll just try to put some boxes which represent two systems. This is my system. This is my sending system, for example. This is my receiving system. Okay, so there may be many systems. First, what we need to do is we need to define logical system. So we have to define logical system. Logical system definition means giving some name. So for this system, I will give some name. Sending system, I'll give some name. That is yes, Srini underscore yes. I'll say. For receiving system, I'll give some name, Srini underscore R. There are two systems now. One is sending system, another one is receiving. So we have given some names. Second step is assign client to logical system. Assign client to logical system. So what is this? Assign client to logical system means, for example, here in my system, that means our logical system is I have defined some name, but in the server I may be having different clients. So from which client you are sending the data? Maybe I am sending the data from client number 800. I am receiving the data from 810. So this is Srini underscore yes, I have to assign it to client number 800. Srini underscore R, I have to assign it to client number 810. So that is what we are going to do in second step, assign client to logical system. Third step, what we are going to do is define RFC connections. So defining RFC connection is also known as a physical connection, wherein you will go to the transaction. There is a transaction called SM59. Okay, so we will go here into this transaction and we'll try to define some connections over here. Define RFC connection. So now these two steps, first two steps are called logical connection. The third step is called physical connection. Logical connection means logical system definition, and you will assign client to logical system and so on. Then RFC connection is a kind of physical, but physical connection means don't assume there will be a wire and all. It will be connected through RFC, remote function call. We'll do this. We'll try to do this. I'll show you how to do this. Now the next step is after doing the connections. So these are all the steps for connections, and now what we need to do is we need to create a data model, or we'll also call it as distribution model. So create a data model in BD64 transaction. So go to BD64 transaction and create a data model. What is the data model? What is the data model? Assume a layman point of view, a data model is nothing but a container. For example, you want to send a courier to your friend. So there is a box. Now you have a box. Creating a data model means first of all you are preparing a box. In that box you will put some CD or something else, whichever you want to courier. If for example you want to courier a book, so to courier a book you are preparing a box first. So that is what a data model. Create a data model first in BD64, and then the next step is, after creating a data model, add your sending system, receiving system, and message type to that, to data model. So that means you have a box, you want to courier it, you came up with a box, you created a box first, that is the data model. On the data model you have to stick the address to whom you are couriering, right? So you are sending a courier to somebody, so you have to put the address to whom you are doing this courier. So that is what the sending system, and from where you are doing the courier, so that is what the receiving system. What you are doing this courier, message type will indicate what data you are transferring through the IDOC. Okay, so inside that box, whether you are keeping a book or whether you are keeping some electronics related items, some mobile, or what you are keeping inside that. So that is what a message type. So technically when I speak, message type indicates what kind of business data we are sending. What kind of business data means whether it is a material master data, whether it is a customer master data, whether it is a sales order, whether it is something else. So that is what a message type indicates. So now you have a box ready with you, courier box ready with you, and on that you have already written the address, that is the sending address, receiving address. You also written a what sort of content you are putting inside that, that is a message type. Okay, so now after this, next step is create port and partner profile. So port, what is meant by a port, what is meant by a partner profile? Say my system 800 is a sending system, 810 is a receiving system. For 800, 810 is a partner. For 810, 800 is a partner. So for sending system, receiving system is a partner. For receiving system, sending system is a partner. Now we are going to create a port. Actually, the data transmission always will be done through ports. Remember, the data transmission always done through ports. Something like you have a DVD player, you have a TV. So if you check, TV has a port, your DVD player also has a port. So you have to connect both the ports, right? So your DVD player port should be connected to TV port. Then only the data, that means the video signals or whatever, could be transferred to the TV in the same way. But now here what we are doing is, when I'm in 800, I'm trying to send the data to 810. Guys, give me a moment, I'm getting one important call. Technically speaking, port is a memory location. Port is a memory location through which data transmission will take place. It's a memory location through which data transmission will take place. So assume a port is now getting created, but the port is getting created on, say for example, I am on the sending side, I am creating a port to the receiving side. So here I am creating a port. Here I am creating a port. So now sending system side I have created a port, and on the receiving system side also I have created a port. And partner profile, so there are two ports now, one is on the sending system side, another one is on the receiving system side. And partner profile also should be created. Partner profile also should be created. What is a partner profile? Partner profile means it will have the details of, like, what is the message type you are sending and so on. So maybe I will take you to the transaction to show you what exactly a port, what exactly a partner profile. But remember, for 800, 810 is a partner. In our case, 810, 800 is a partner. That means for sending system, always receiving system is a partner, and for receiving system, sending system is a partner. So first we need to create a port and partner profile. So when I am in sending system side, I will create a port and partner profile for receiving system. And when I am in receiving system side, I will create a port and partner profile for sending system. So then later what I need to do is I need to distribute the model view. Distribute the model view. Or I will also say distribute the data model. So what is the distribute the data model? How to distribute the data model? Distribution of the data model can also be done in the transaction BD64. So that means you are saying that, so to the receiving system, I am going to send you a parcel which contains a book. So once you distribute the data model, then the receiving system knows that, okay, so there is a parcel is coming to me which contains a book. So that is what the distribute the data model step. So now after this, from the receiving side, so first step here, what you are doing is you are creating a port and partner profile from sending system. Here, after distributing the model, you have to once again create a port and partner profile from receiving side. Receiving system. Okay. So receiving system, create a port and partner profile from sending system, and in the next step, after distributing the model, we are creating port and partner profile from the receiving system. So next, after this your connections are set. Now what you need to do is you need to transfer the business data. Transfer the business data. To transfer the business data, we have something called outbound programs. For every business related data, there is a unique outbound program. SAP has already defined it. For example, to transfer material master, we have an outbound transaction called BD10. To transfer some vendor related, we have some transaction called BD12. To transfer customer related data, we have BD14, and so on. So we have different transactions, different outbound programs for different business data. Similarly, we have different message types also. For transferring material master data, I have a message type called MatMas. For transferring customer master data, I have something called DebMas. From transferring vendor master data, maybe I have TreeMas, and so on. So I have different message types. I have different outbound programs. So through outbound programs, we have to transfer the data, and these are the programs which are creating the IDOCs. So when you execute the outbound program, an IDOC gets created, and then this IDOC now will check whether it has some sending system, whether it has some receiving system, through which distribution model or through which data model it should go. All these checks it will do, and it will create an IDOC. and the data transfer will take place through this outbound program. Okay, so now here assume I have a client number 800. In the client number 800, I have an outbound program, that is BD10. So this BD10 program, what it will do is, the BD10 program will collect data from database tables. For example, assume you are sending a material master data. So it will collect data from MARA table, MAKT table, MARC table, and so on. So it will get the data from all material master related table, and it will create an IDOC. So IDOC has something called segments. Arrange the data, whatever you are getting from the database tables, you have to arrange the data into the segments. We will talk about the segments later. What is a segment? So now what this outbound program is doing is, it is collecting the data from the database, and it is creating IDOCs, and this IDOC will be given to the port. The port will transmit the data to the receiving port. So once you receive the data, here there is a function module. So that is called inbound function module. This function module, what it will do, what it is received. See, actually what happened here, it got collected data from the database tables. So assume I have material master, I have a material number 100-100. So that material related data is available in the database tables. So in the sending system, I am getting all the data through some select queries or whatever it may be. I am getting all the data, and from the database tables I am getting the data, and I am creating some IDOCs. Those IDOCs are transmitting from here to here. Now we have an IDOC here. So from the IDOC, you have to segregate the data, and you have to update the database tables here. Ultimately what we want a material whichever is available in client number 800 should also available in 810. So if the material whatever is available in 800, if it is available in 810, so then we'll say a material is transferred from 800 to 810. So the data transfer takes place. Not only material, you consider a purchase order or sales order, whatever. So once it is available in 800, if we are transferring, finally the result should be, it should also available in 810. For example, if it is also available in receiving system, then we'll say data transfer taken place. So how the data transfer actually happening? So if a material or purchase order whatever is available here, that data you are getting from the database, then you are creating an IDOC. So where you are doing all these steps, you are doing this in transaction like BD10, which we'll call it as outbound programs. So we'll call it as outbound programs. So in the outbound program, we'll do all these steps. We'll create an IDOC. Through port, we'll transmit it. So now we received an IDOC. So in the receiving side, there is something called inbound function module. In the receiving side, there is something called inbound function module. So this inbound function module received an IDOC. Now what this function module will try to do is, whatever the data is available inside the IDOC, it will segregate into tables, and it will update database tables from IDOC. This is what it will do. Remember, outbound side always there will be a program. Inbound side, that means receiving side is also called as inbound side. Sending system is also known as outbound side. So outbound system, sending system is outbound system, receiving system is inbound system. So in the sending system, always you have a program which creates an IDOC. In the receiving system, always you have a function module. That function module check the IDOC, and it will segregate the data, and it will update the database table. So this is how your data transfer will take place. So now we will try to do all these steps practically. We will log into our system. So in my case, I am taking 800 as a sending system. 810 as a receiving system. Okay, so I'll go here. Go to the transaction SALE. So remember guys, I am in client number 800. 800 is my sending system. I have gone to the transaction SALE. What is the first step here? What is the first step? Define logical system. I have to define logical system. So to do this step, I went to the transaction SALE. So go here, basic settings, logical system, and define logical system. Now you have to define your own logical system. So it is saying caution table is cross client. Cross client means what? Do you remember what is a table cross client means? If I create a table, if I create a G table, so the table structure, whether it is available in both the clients. Table structure, if I create a G table, assume G student table I have created. So whether it is available in both the clients.
If we are going to give a client number, then it is a client dependent, and if you don't give a client, then it will be class client.
Super. Yes. So great. So if there is no MANDT field in the table structure, so then it is a cross client. So if you put some data in that particular table, so in the 800, if I put some data in this table, so that data is also available in 810. So that is what this information is saying. Let us continue on this. So now I will try to create an entry here. So my logical system name, some name I have to provide. So I will give the name Srini underscore yes. Now this is my Srini underscore yes is my sending system, sending logical system name. So I have to save this logical system does not match SAP's recommendation, not a problem. But I have created a logical system here, sending system. Now what I need to do? I need to assign logical system to the client. Go here, assign logical system to the client. So where are we? We logged in 800 client, right? So I have logged in 800 client, you can see. So double click on the 800 client. So here something they are already there. Maybe after this particular example we will replace the existing thing. So I will say here send Srini underscore Srini underscore yes. This is my sending logical system. Provide this logical system for client number 800 and save it. So now what happened? Your first step. So defining the logical system we have defined and we have assigned this Srini underscore s to 800. Same steps we have to do for the receiving system also. Generally what they will do is, generally they will log into client number 810. If it is a different server, they will log into client number 810 and they will do it. They will log into different server, different client, and they will repeat the same steps what we have done now. But for me, it is not required to log in into the different client because these tables are however client dependent tables, client independent tables. So if I define here, it's something like I have logged in into the other client and I'm doing it, because whatever the data I create here, that is a cross client data. So I'm defining here itself, but in case if your server is different, You have to log in into the other server, you have to log in into other client, and then you have to do this receiving steps. For me, I'm using the same server, so the table is cross client, so I'm doing it here. So here I will say receiving RECEIVN, receiving logical system. So I have defined a logical system on the receiving side. So for me, receiving system is 810. Receiving system is 810. So click on this assign logical system. Double click on this 810. Double click on this 810. Here I will say Srini underscore R. I will put my receiving logical system here. So in real time, what will happen? First two steps means for client number 800, whatever we have done, that will be done on the sending system side. That means maybe I will do it. So second two steps for 810, we have defined a logical system, assigned a client to logical system. Those two steps, you may be doing it. Assume I am on the sending side, you are on the receiving side. So you are doing it because of you have a different server, you have a different client on it. You may be doing it, but for me, I'm using the same server, so I have done both from 800 itself because the table is cross client. Remember that difference. So now next step. So now what we have done? We have done with the first step, define logical system, and second step, assign client to logical system. Now the next one is define RFC connection. Define RFC connection. So there should be an RFC connection between both the systems. I have to define an RFC connection from 800 to 810, and also I should define a connection between 810 to 800. So two-way communication connections are required. So how to do this? First, I have to log in client number 800. I have to log in client number 800. I am the sending person. I'm on the sending system. My sending system number is 800. So I will go to this communication, create RFC connection. So I'm on the sending side. Click on the above connection. Click on create button. So I'm on the sending side. I should create a connection to the receiving system. Srini underscore R is my receiving system. So provide that logical system name. Srini underscore R is my receiving system. So connection from 800 to 810, some sort of description you provide it over here, and then you have to provide a target host here, target host, or you need to provide an IP address. See, this RFC connection is based on IP address or target host. If you give a target host, IP address will be picked automatically. What is the target host? You can see here EHP6 is your target host. Generally here you can see your target host. Hope you are able to see my cursor. So EHP6. I will provide here EHP6 here. EHP6. Press enter. So now you can see the IP address is picked automatically, right? Then go to the logon security. Go to the logon security. So now which system you want to connect? I want to connect to 810. Which language you want to connect? I want to connect in English language. Username ECC user 15 and then provide the password. So I have given a password. So now save this. Save this. And now test whether this connection is working properly or not. How to test it? There is an option here, remote logon. So when you click this, one more session should open with client number 810. See, now we are in client number 800. Now we are in client number 800. So now when I click on this remote logon, another session should get created with 810. If it is getting created, then the RFC connection is working fine. Let me click on this. So now a session is opened. So you can see the client number. Client number is 810. So now a connection, we have created a RFC connection between 800 and 810. So from 800 to 810, RFC connection is done. Now we need to do the reverse way. 810 to 800, we have to create RFC connection. What you can do is you can that means log in into 810 system, then create an RFC connection. Otherwise, okay, fine. I will do in the same way. I don't want to confuse you. So I'll just log in into 810 now. I will log in into 810. Go to transaction SM59. Go to the above connection. Here you have to provide the sending system name Srini underscore yes. What is this? Connection from 810 to 800. So what is a host? EHP6, because I'm using the same server. I'm giving the same target host. In real time, if you are having a different servers, you have to give different target hosts. Generally, these steps will be done by basis team, not by even above consultants. So these steps will be done by basis guys. So they know what is the target host, what is the IP, all this stuff. So they will provide it. And they will also give the logon security. So I will give the logon details for client number 800. Now we are in 810 guys, remember. So from 810 I am trying to connect to 800. So I have given a password, save it. Now when I click on remote logon, a session should open with 800. Then my RFC connection is good enough. Let me click on this. I have opened a session. It has opened a session with 800. So my RFC connection is working fine. That's how I can understand. So now what we have done, just summarize what we have done. We have created logical systems, both sending and receiving logical systems. We have assigned this to the logical system, and then we have created RFC connection. So logical and physical connections are over now. So some sort of connections are there between two systems. Now we need to decide what sort of data we are sending, and we need to create a data model, or we have to create a model view on the BD64. Okay, so let us go to BD64 now. I'm on the sending system. I'm on client number 800. I'm going to BD64 transaction /n BD64. So here there are so many model views. If you can see, we are going to create one more model view. Model view means it's a kind of box, courier box. So we are going to create a model view. So what is, give a short text to this. It is Srini underscore model view. Test model. So something you provide it, press enter. Scroll down. You can see this model view in the bottom. So we have created a model view. Just save on it. Save this model view. Then what you need to do for this model view, for this box, you need to inform who is the sender, who is the receiver, what is the message type. So we have created a model view. Now we need to say what is the sending system, receiving system, and what is the message type. So now select your model view and click on this add message type. Who is the sending system? Who is the sending system? I'll say SRINI underscore yes. Who is the receiving system? SRINI underscore R. What is the message type? Now the question comes, what is the message type? Message type depends. If you are sending material master, you have a different message type. If you are sending a customer master, you have a different message type. If you are sending a vendor master, you have a different message type. So you can click F4 help to see what are all the message types SAP has provided us. So many message types are available. You can just scroll down and you can choose a suitable message type. Sometimes what will happen, whatever the message type is there here, that may not be available. For that, we need to create a message type. We need to create our own message type. For example, you want to transfer employee details or student details which are available in G tables. In that case, SAP will not provide a message type for that. You have to create your own message type for that. Where to create the message type? You have a transaction called WE80. WE80. So there you can create your own message type. Fine. So, but here in this example, I want to send some material details. I want to send some material details. So let me give MACMAS IJKLM and it is not there here, so I'll click on this MACMAS. I'll see. So MACMAS is a message type to send the material master related data. I'm providing this MACMAS. Continue on this. Save it. So now I have decided that I'm sending material master details. Till now, nowhere I have mentioned. I just said this is a connection from sending system. This is the connection from the receiving system. So in the distribution model or in the data model, we have decided that we are sending material master related details. So now after this, I have created a model view. So if you just expand this, you can see what is the sending system. Srini underscore and S is the sending system. Srini underscore R is the receiving system, and under which you have message type, that is a MATMAS. So in the next step, what you will do is, so we have distribution model, or we have data model now. So we have to create a port and partner profile. We have to create port and partner profile. How to do that? Save your distribution model. Go to environment, generate partner profiles. Make sure your cursor is on your distribution model. Environment, generate partner profile. Click on execute on this. Click on execute on this. So now you can see all status is coming up in green color. You can see a port has been created for you. Your partner is Srini underscore R. You are on the sending system side. Your partner is Srini underscore R. A port has been created for you. Port number is A000061. So that means this is a port. That port has been created for you on the receiving side. You are on the sending side, remember, but port has been created for you on the receiving side. The port number is A000061. This port is created for you. So your partner is Srini underscore R. Done. So now the next step. So once everything is green, everything is going successfully. If you have done something wrong, then something will be either in red or yellow color. So some connection somewhere went wrong. That is what the understanding. So you have to check all your logical systems, all your SM59, that means RFC connections, everything you have to recheck if something is going wrong here. Just come back. So we have created port and partner profile. So this has been created, port and partner profile. So now what you need to do is you just need to distribute the model view. So the next step is distribute the model view. Step number 8. Step number 8, oh sorry, step number 7. Distribute the model view. So how to distribute? We have to say edit, model view, distribute. So we are distributing the model to 810. We are in 800. We are saying 810 system that we are sending a box. Okay, so now after the distributions, so here you can see my 810 system will be selected somewhere. My 810 system, that is Srini underscore R, will be selected somewhere. Let me scroll down. Yeah, see, you can see the receiving logical system is already selected. So now I will continue. So now you can see the target system is Srini underscore R. In that Srini underscore R, a model view has been created. That means now Srini underscore R come to know that they are going to receive a box. They are going to receive a distribution model. They have already received a distribution model. So what is the sending system? From where they are going to receive and what sort of business data they are going to receive. That means message type is matmas, right? So now the receiving system come to know that okay, so 800 is sending me material master related details. Let us after this step, let us go to 810, go to BD64, go to BD64. So now if you are in 810, see now here this Srini model view test model is available. So once this is available, you are on the receiving side, you will come to know that okay, so there is some model view. This model view has a sending system Srini S, receiving system is Srini R, and this model view is bringing us matmas. Matmas means material master. So by looking into this distribution model, you can understand okay, we are going to receive some material master related data through idocs. Fine. So now what is the next step? What is the next step? The next step is create port and partner profile from the receiving system. Now what you need to do is you need to create a port and partner profile. Previously what we have done? Previously we are in 800. We have created port and partner profile for 810. Now we are in 810. We have to create a port and partner profile for 800. How to do that? How to do that? So we are in 810. Select the model view. You have to say environment generate partner profile. Once again and execute. So no unique process code determined. Check the code manually. So something is they are saying unique process code is not determined. Check it. Process code created with AFSA. Inbound function module message type matmas is not unique. Some warning messages are there. So what is this? What is this? Process code means? What is this process code means? See, actually, what I told you on the sending side, we have a program. The program name is outbound program. On the receiving side, we have a function module. Okay, each and every function module is linked with a process code. Process code. For example, I want to post material master details. I have a process code. I want to post vendor master details. I have a different process code. I want to post customer master related business data. I have a different process code. So each and every process code is linked with different unique function modules. Okay, so there is something called process code. So now it is saying that that process code is not determined correctly, because process code, they didn't found a unique process code. There may be multiple process code for MatMask. We need to do it manually. How to do this manually? We'll click on this AFSA. We'll click on that AFSA. So now we have logical systems. We have defined already two logical systems, Srini underscore R, Srini underscore S. We are on the receiving system. We are on the 810 client. See, we are on the 810 client. So we are on the receiving system. So I'll go to the sending logical system here. That means the partner logical system. Double click on this MatMask. Double click on a MatMask. That is my message type. Here you can see the process code. So it has given as AFSA. Process code is AFSA. So for me, whether it is suitable or not, click on F4. Click on F4. See whether for material master, AFSA means what? AFSA means AFS inbound article. Rather than this process code, check if is there any other suitable process code is there. We are receiving the material master. Okay. Check is there any process code with material master. Material master. See, this is a suitable one. MatMask. Whenever you are giving, so this is the suitable process code for you. Select this MatMask, that is MATM, and save it. Save it. Come back. So you have chosen suitable process code. You have chosen suitable process code that you have to perform manually. System will not automatically do it. So sometimes system will give maybe it may choose the incorrect process code, but you have to go inside. You have to check whether the process code is determined correctly or not, and then you have to replace it. See, what I have told you is every process code is linked with a function module that I can show you. When I double click on this process code, I'm inside this identification idoc input matmask 01. Double click on this. This is nothing but a function module. This function module is inbound function module. Inbound function module, what it will do? It gets the data from the idoc and then it will update the database tables on the receiving system. So let it open a function module. There will be a lot of code inside this function module. Basically what that code will do is get the data from the idoc, split the data, put it into tables, database tables on the receiving system. But on the sending system, you don't have a process code, you don't have a function module. On the sending system, you have outbound program. Outbound program will collect the data from database tables, creates the idocs and send it to the receiving system. That is what outbound program is doing. Okay, so now here you can see this is a function module which I am talking about. Okay, so this function module gets the idocs, split the idoc data into different structures and update the corresponding database tables. Fine. So let us go back. Now we are ready. So now both the sending system and receiving system understands that we have logical systems, RFC connections, we have a distribution model. So till now we are saying that we will send you a box, courier box, and the courier box we mentioned the address, everything. So till now we are saying that we will send you a courier in a box, we will send you book, but we have not yet sent the actual book. We are saying just till step number 9, we are just saying that we are going to send a material master details, but we have not sent any material. So now what I will do is I will try to send some material from the sending system to the receiving system. So now I will try to create a material in 800 /nmm01. Let me create a material. So material Srini underscore mat 01. So industry sector is a chemical industry. I will say RO, it's raw material. So here basic data 1 I will choose. Test material 01. Unit of measure is kgs or pieces, whatever. Save it. So I'll create one more material. Srini mat 02. And now I'll choose mechanical engineering. I'll choose HALB. Why not? Halb. No, halb is not coming for me. I have to choose manually semi-finished or finished product. Scale MNOPQRS. I'll choose a semi-finished. Test 02. This is in pieces. I'll say save it. So now I have two materials I have created on 800 on sending system. Now I have two materials. So I will not have this in the receiving side, right? So if I go to Mara table S11, if I go to Mara table, I should have this materials Srini underscore test. Did I have given something wrong? I have Srini underscore mat 01 mat 02. So these are the materials which I have created on 800. But you know that this will not be available in 810. So when I go to this Mara table on 810 with the same materials, it will not be available. But after IDOC receival, they should be available. That is what. So there is no materials. But after once we send the IDOC and once we receive the IDOC, this table should get updated and we should able to see these materials in MM03 transaction. Fine. So now I want to send this IDOCs. I want to send this material through IDOCs. How to do? To send the materials, we have an outbound program called BD10. BD10 is an outbound program for sending the material. Similarly, we have BD12 for customers, BD14 for vendors. So each and every business data has a different transaction. So I will say BD10 is my transaction. Go here, provide the materials which you want to send. I want to send these two materials. Message type is matmas. My receiving system is SRINI underscore R. Now execute this. So now you can see two master IDOCs set up. Two communication IDOCs has been set up. Communication IDOCs means a communication sent to the receiving system with the two IDOCs. So my outbound program is been executed. Now I will go to WE05 transaction to check the status of this IDOCs which is sent. So WE05 is a transaction to check the status of the IDOCs. Let me go to WE05. Alternately, you can go to WE02 transaction also. Execute it. You have a two IDOCs with status 3 with green LEDs. So that means your IDOCs has been sent. Your IDOCs has been sent to this port What is the port number? Port number 61. Port number 61 is available on the receiving side. So now what you can do is you can check whether this IDOCS has been received or not. Where to check? Go to the receiving system, go to the 810 now, go to WE05 transaction here and execute. You have received two IDOCS. You have received two IDOCS with status 53. With status 53. That means with green LED, that means everything went success. So now you can check whether the data is available in Mara table. Your Mara table could have updated by now with the materials. I am in 810. Now the data is available in 810. So both the IDOCs, that means an IDOC transfer has been taken place. The material master details has been updated in 810. Even if you go to MM03 transaction, you will be able to see these materials. So only basic data 1 we have given. So that basic data 1, whatever the data you have given, all these details, such as the description, units, whatever the data you provided, with those details the material is available. Fine. So here in terms of IDOC point of view, we need to remember few things. Every IDOC will have 3 records. Now I am on the sending system. Double click on, there are 2 IDOCs now. For each material, 1 IDOC has been created. Double click on any one of the IDOC. Every IDOC will have 3 records. One is a control record, another one is a data record, another one is status record. Every IDOC will have 3 records. So now when I go to the control record, it is saying more about the technical details such as who is the sending system, who is the receiving system, who is the partner of this. I'm on the sending system side. See here recipient information is there, here the sending information is there. Partner system. Partner system is a logical system, so LS is there. Port number. All this technical information. What is the SAP release of your SAP release for your IDOC? All this information is available. So this is more or less all the technical details. So your control record having all the technical details. It doesn't have what material I am sending, whether it is material number is Jetsrini MAT01 or MAT02. All those details are not there. Only technical details are available in control record. And then status record, it will give you the status messages step by step. When you executed the outbound program, IDOC has been generated. So when IDOC has been generated successfully, a message has been given there for tracking. Second, what happens next at the next level, IDOC is ready for dispatch. So when you executed the program in 800, so your IDOC is ready for dispatch. And next, what happened? Your IDOC has been dispatched to the your IDOC has been passed to the port. So with the status 3. So if status 3 is there, then everything went well. That is what the understanding. So status record always has the messages. So we are on the outbound system. Direction 1 means it is an outbound system. Direction 2 means it's an inbound system. We are on the outbound system, and as long as we are on the outbound system, the message number will not exceed 49. So from 1 to 49 are the messages numbers. So for example, tomorrow suddenly somebody says I'm having a message number 35 something. So 35 means obviously it is problem in outbound system. So you have to check the problem on the outbound system. So message number 1 to 49 until 49, the message numbers generally will be assigned to the outbound systems. Now when you go to the inbound system, take an IDOC on the inbound system. After 49, the messages numbers will be there. So go to the status record. So here 50, 64, 62, 53. So IDOC is added IDOC ready to be transferred to the application. IDOC pass it to the application. Application document posted. Application document posted means your database tables got updated. So after 49, you have all these messages over here on the receiving side. So tomorrow if you are receiving some problem on the receiving side, so you may be ultimately having a status message with greater than 49. Fine. So now here you can check what is the data record. Data record has actual business data in the form of segments. What is a segment? Now you can see this is a segment. I'll call this as a segment. Even Maram is a segment. Click on this. See what are all the things it has. Material number, date on which it is created, who has created, all the fields which are there in Mara table it has. This is a segment. Similarly, when I expand this Mara table details, MAKT, that means material description related details. Material description is test material 01 in English language. Those details are available in the segments. Fine, so these are all called segments. All these are segments. So those segments will also be available once the IDOC is received. The segments will be received on the receiving system side. So what you need to remember is every IDOC will have three records, namely control record, status record and data record. Control record speaks more about technical details, status record about messages in various stages, data record will have actual business data. Fine. So this is how we can transmit the data through IDOCs from one system to another system. So any questions still here you can ask me. Any questions still here you can ask me. Some of them are muted by me or I have unmuted you all.